Well, well, well. You guys, it is coming down outside. I mean, I don't know if you can hear this. Let me just be quiet for a second, see if you can hear this. That's the rain or hail or whatever it is hitting my window. And it just, this cold feeling just came as soon as I started doing that, so it's probably hail. Okay, so we've got the 23rd. Sandy's up on the bed now. She's doing her kneading thing, like where she's, purring and kneading the blankets. Hey, Mama. Hey, baby girl. Hey there. She's like, it's cold. Let me come curl up with you. Okay, so we've got right out of the gate, suspicious person at Creekside Apartments reporting a male went into this apartment, and RP doesn't believe anyone has rented this apartment. Officer responded, no report. Wow. How the heck did he get in there? I mean, I don't know. Curious question. Other law enforcement calls. University of Idaho wants to talk to an officer about suspicious online activity. Lots of that. Because there's a lot of stuff at the university going on. Have you noticed? I'm sure you have. Lots of interesting things. I just think it's festering. It's like this, pressure cooker type thing. It's picking, it's like the steam is like gathering momentum. Okay, we got a controlled substance problem at just north of Pintail. That's interesting. Officer requested case, report taken. Welfare check on 800 block of Shoshone Street. Open business line call. Caller ID shows name and phone. Can hear someone in the background. Officer responded, no report. Those are weird when they happen like that. I mean, a butt dial or something. Vehicle fire. Warbonut Drive, Sherry's. Car fire due to electrical short. Yeah, the fire department responded, no report. So there was one recently too, up at like Nez Perce Drive, and it was due to something like that. One of the frats. Look how short this one is too. Wow, like it's not even 3 minutes long. Yeah, which feel for this traffic violation. South Jackson Street and College Ave. Officer requested a case for a traffic offense. Report taken. I wonder what that means when it's like requesting a case for a traffic offense, traffic violation. So a case. I mean, like literally opening a case file on this because of something in the past. That's what it makes me feel like it means. Controlled substance problem. South Blaine Street and East 7th. Officer requested a drugs case. Report taken. Officer requested a drugs case. That sounds weird. Report taken. Noise complaint. 1100 block of West A. Advising of loud thumping music for the last couple of hours. Responded, warned the occupants. Let me see if there's Blaine and 7th up here somewhere. Let's see if there's something going on at Blaine and 7th. No, this is too short. This is not right for Moscow. Yeah, this is not right. Very interesting. We'll have to go back and look on these later. I feel like I'm jipping you guys. Like there's like, maybe I'll do 1122 that way. Because that was the last one I did with a bunch of them. So I'll do this. I'll do the 22nd. Okay, we got louder and louder. RP states that a black Charger passed him unsafely at a high rate of speed. Unknown plate occurred 2 minutes ago. Okay. That's got to be pretty fast. A missing person, 100 block of East 6th. RP is looking for a friend who was really intoxicated at bars downtown. RP said friend walked out to the street and then was gone. Unable to locate, no report. I really feel like when things like this, there should be like follow-ups. But then again, I don't know if any other place does that, but I feel like we're entitled to it. No, just joking. But I do feel like I want to know, right? I want to make sure, I want to know if this person's okay. It's scary. Malicious mischief. 500 block of Spotswood. At least 4 vehicles in the area have their tires slashed. 2 of the vehicles are the reporting parties. Occurred sometime overnight. MPD responded, report taken. See what I mean about the tire slash, you guys? It's crazy. Communication problem. South Lane, Lena Whitman. 911 hang up from a landline. On callback, an employee advised it was accidental. Okay. Parking problem. Winco. Newer model GMC 2500. 2500 pickup parked in a handicap zone with no placard. Shame on you, big old truck. Think you own the road. Malicious mischief. 400 Spotswood. Several vehicles with tires slashed in the parking lot. So the other one was Spotswood. Spotswood, yep. Good Lord. We're gonna have to look. I'll have to go and look for. So that one's a 400 block. This one's a 500 block. Okay. Damage, non-vandalism. Reporting semi hit a light in the area. Rep said it was leaning and might fall. Eek. Blaine Street. Stray animals. East 7th Street in Harrison. Black lab with an orange collar running around, says Cody on the tag. Officer responded and unable to locate, no report. Got a VIN inspection on A Street. Clear, no report. Assault on 500 block of North Main. Latau received a 911 cell call from a female who sounded aggravated and was yelling. MPD responded and a report was taken. Okay. Didn't haul anybody to jail, apparently. Malicious mischief, 700 block of Maybell Street. So growing up in Idaho, my grandmother, it was at Bonners Ferry, actually, where she lived. We lived in, at that time, let me see, well, who knows what at that time, because like I said, my dad was a Forest Service, so we were all over the place. I mean, I lived in, I think we moved like 9 times in 1 year. It was crazy. Because it's Forest Service housing, and so most of the places were really cool. There were some really janky places, but there was most of the time they were pretty cool places. But this particular time, so Grandma lived, so we were probably like in, I'm trying to think of what age I was. So we might have been in Warner or maybe Kingston. So Grandma got us a pony, and we named the pony Maybell. This is Ma-Bell on here, but we named her Maybell, and that was the cutest little pony. She was like a little, like a stunted. She was so adorable. She was like this really cool color of, like a light, like a milky chocolate brown, if that makes any sense, like a creamy chocolate brown. And she had this beautiful creamy, her mane and her tail was just, oh, so beautiful, so long and beautiful. And she was just a lot of fun. Anyway, that's our Maybell. Yeah. My brother used to ride that horse, that pony, from all the top of the hill. I have pictures of him with his hands. He just, his legs are around the pony, and his hands are up in the air, and he's just hauling butt down this hill with his hands up in the air. He's like got filth like dirt covered from the top of his head to his toe. And he's barefoot, of course. He's just wearing a pair of cutoff shorts, no top. It's in Idaho. In fact, that summer was one of the hot. I remember how freaking hot it was that summer. It was so hot. It was hard to breathe. But there was one day that was, oh God, it was so awesome. We were outside playing, and it was so damn hot. Like I said, it was hard to breathe. And then all of a sudden, without even any warning whatsoever, it just started dumping rain. And I'm talking buckets. Like they were the biggest. It's so hard to explain, because to me as a child, it literally felt like someone was dumping buckets full of stuff on us. Like that's how big the raindrops felt, and how wet we got in a matter of, literally in a second. I mean, it was crazy. And there was just mud everywhere. God, because it's been so hot that summer. Meh. That's probably, man, that could have been why my brother was so freaking muddy. I don't know. So, yeah, more tires slashed on her Subaru Impreza. Responded clear. No, what? No report? They slashed her tires and you're not going to give her a report? So I'm curious. So this is Ma Bell Street, and then there's the other ones are on Spotswood. So we'll see how close those two are. Okay, we got harassment on North Ashbury. Ongoing issue with neighbor. She will sit outside with a cigarette and harass the reporting party and her daughter when they walk by. Good Lord. Is that a Karen? Is your name Karen? I don't know why they... Whoops, that was weird. I touched it. Damn, it was gone. Okay. A malicious mischief. Turn Spotswood Street. Tires slashed. Someone did it last night. Wow. Told you, there's a lot of them. Oh, man. 2600 block of East D. I mean, can you imagine what type of person would just, I don't know. First of all, I don't think I could, I've never done anything like that in my life. And I don't even know, to me, it just feels like it would feel so horrible to do something like that. Because I know how I would feel. That's kind of how I always think about things like that. And, but to go up and down the whole area and continually slash tires, first of all, it's got to be pretty angry and aggressive type situation, because I would think it would be kind of difficult, especially like those dually tires. I bet you this person was sore the next day. I bet you their hand from like whatever they were gripping on. Hey, there's something to think about. Just clicked in my head. Here's someone with a knife, and it's a very angry person with a knife. Who is this person slashing these tires, and what kind of knife are they using? Because that's some serious anger. Especially this much of it. That's a lot of vehicles. A lot. Dang, this guy just opened up outside. Must have heard me talking. Okay. Wow. Interesting. Okay. Civil calls, 2600 block of East D. Request for a civil standby to retrieve personal belongings. RP was living with her and is moving out. Okay. Road rage traffic offense. Main Street. RP involved in a road rage incident. No report. Interesting. Parking problem. 1700 block of East F Street. RP calling in about a white Ford pickup that has been parked in the fire lane in front of the HIRC for about an hour. Dang. I don't know why this song. Because he's bad, Leroy Brown. Baddest man in the whole damn town. That just really, I don't know why that just popped in my head when I read that one. That was weird. God, I haven't thought about that song in ages. That's a good song, though. No, I haven't had that song in my head. Domestic dispute at Morbinet. Sherry's. There's an elderly couple fighting, and the male doesn't have a driver's license and wants to drive. Officers and ambulance responded. No report. Officers and ambulance. Wow. Whoa. Ambulance? He probably has dementia. And I'm telling you, when I was with my grandmother, like, she loved Mexican food. Oh my God, her favorite. Hands down, her favorite. Also, her favorite drink, whenever she would drink some, would be a margarita. And you better damn straight put salt on that bitch. Seriously, grandma would be like, "Where's my salt?" I had taken her out to lunch. No, actually, it was more like dinner because it was dark outside, and it was one of the first times I've actually taken her out after she'd been in the place that was a lockdown, 24/7, people there, that type of thing, because she had just gotten so bad. It was How she got that way, I'll have to like tell you guys the story one day, because I think it's really important that people know the story, that know that to know about how certain things like this happen. Very important. So I definitely will do that. I probably will do that. Maybe I'll even do it tomorrow, because now that I brought it up, I'm gonna have to tell it. But now I don't want this to get too long. But I want to tell you the story about the restaurant. So it was one of the first times I took her out to go eat, and it might, it might even have been the first time. It could very well have been, but we were getting ready to go, and I knew, I could just feel there was going to be an issue. And so we're sitting there, and I said, okay, well, it's time to go. I got to get back home, because I lived like maybe a little over a half hour away. So it was getting dark and all that. And I'd been working all day. So anyway, so she sits there and she's like, you're not taking me back there. And I said, Grandma, that's where you live. She's like, I don't live there. You're not taking me back there. And I'm like, Grandma, I said, you're safe there. I said, I, talked, tried to do best as I could. And she was not budging. Well, and you're not taking me back there. You must have just dumped me off on the side of the road and just let me sleep on the side of the road. She's like, I'm sure I can find a blanket or a tent somewhere. She was adamant. She was serious as all get up. Now you have to understand who my grandmother is. She's a hunter. She's born in Idaho. Yeah. The Cowlitz right there. And she used to ride her cow. She used to ride her cow to school. And I've got pictures of that too. And actually, little book she wrote on that. I'll have to read it. Maybe I'll read it when I do the other thing. I'll read that to you guys. It's not much, but it's just, a little something. Anyway, so that was so hard on me, and I know it was hard on her. I know it's even harder on them than it is on I don't know, because it was pretty damn hard. But anyway, I did get her back, leaving, and knowing the doors locking behind was like the hardest thing ever. You guys, it's just horrible. So sad. It's such a horrible disease. It's nonsense. And that's what's making me feel like this elderly couple, because Grandma can't drive, and Grandma has always driven. That's what I was thinking about. That's made me think of that. So the story starts with when she got into a little bit of a fender bender. She didn't get hurt or anything, but that's how she ended up there in a roundabout way. So anyway, that's a story remind me, you guys. Remind me to tell you the story, because I don't want to forget. So in the comments, if you guys want to hear it, let me know, and I will definitely fill you in. Okay, and I really feel people need to know certain things about my grandmother's situation, what happened with her too, so that's very important. Okay, so theft, other, 400 block of East 8th. Okay, report taken. Okay, non-injury traffic accident at Gritman, so backed into a car and stopped. A woman in the other car started screaming and told her she was calling in a hit and run. Report taken. Oh, God. Backed into that poor person. The person that the lady was screaming at, that would have been like, malicious mischief. 400 block of another one, tire slashed. My God. Vehicle's tire slashed. So there's a one tire. So, what is there, like 7 or 8 of them? Oh, here's the next one on Mabel Street again. One tire slashed on pickup. Shit. DUI, drugs and alcohol. 400 Almond. Just passing Toyota dealer. Possible DUI. Maroon Dodge Ram 4x4. Weaving and just hit the guardrail. Officer responded. Report taken. Dang. You would think they would have hauled them to jail. You would think they would have said, it was arrest or whatever. That type of situation. Unless there was like maybe, a health type thing. Like maybe they're having like an issue with their heart or something. And so harassment, 1300 block of East 5th. Third party complaint of dispute. Officer responded, no report. Third party complaint. Harassment. So someone was calling in for someone else because they were afraid to call in themselves. That's what that sounds like to me. Agency assistance. Palouse and Gusk Road. Latah County Sheriff's Office advised they received an open line 911 and could hear rustling and possibly a dog barking. Requesting assistance from Moscow Police Department. Officer responded unable to locate. That's scary. Ugh. Controlled substance. Pullman, McDonald's. Officer requested a case report taken. What is that Ronald McDonald doing now? Okay. All right. So I'm going to stop this one since it was quite a long one. So, all right. Thanks for listening, you guys. And yeah, what do you guys think about these tires being slashed? What do you guys think about maybe the anger and the knife? This really is concerning to me. Very much so. I wonder. See, in a situation like that, when there's a case is, of course they think, who is guilty, but in a situation like this, why not take, like, test, I'm sure there's a way you can test to see what kind of knife it is that's slashing these tires, right? I would think there would be. I mean, shit. And there has to be, and there's no way there isn't. So anyway, just thinking out loud. All right, thanks, you guys. Bye.